Hi and welcome back to Dad's RC Hangar. My name's Chris and we are continuing with the Cobra 2 build. We had to cut the last video short. Well, I basically already made the extension of the video, but it was an hour, so I've actually chopped it into two. So the part you're about to watch now is the continuation of building, carrying on building the wing servos and the fuselage servos for the tail and the rudder. That would be that video, and then we'll go into the receiver and all the electronics and get it fired up. So let's get to it. So we get out a new pack, put it in the Magno tree, and basically we do what we did before. Just pull off the berry bits. They haven't got any on there. It's nice. Stick it in. Just push it in. If I can see, you can just. I can just push that on the camera. I'm in the middle of the light, which is not the best position to see it. You see the little end bits. Don't stand in front of the light. Don't walk into the light. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, start spreading. That's interesting because you would have thought. No, because they're point. How random is that? What the hell? Okay, this is kind of weird. On this one, you've got the servo pointing that way and the servo pointing that way. On the other wing, both servos are pointing that way. It's a bit random. Do you think someone's put it in wrong? I reckon someone's put that in wrong, you know. I think they beep up. This one should be round here. Maybe the cables wasn't long enough. Interesting. So when you get this model, have a check. If you do get this model, have a check of it. See if your one's that way. Because it makes it uneven in my eyes. I don't like it. I like symmetry. I mean, they line up. I mean, the other weird thing is as well, if you look on here, the distance of the flap here, oh, sorry, the distance there, and then it's different distance there. So if they maybe it was the jig, they made it all wrong and thought, shit, what are we going to do? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, we'll see, won't we, when it's in the air. I mean, once again, it's flaps. Because the ailerons are facing the right way. So, maybe the flaps, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? I mean, he's definitely not going to see soon. Because the weather out there is just atrocious still. I mean, I did see we're meant to be having sunshine this weekend. How random. That screw's longer. No, it's not. I'm lying. These screws seem longer. I'm wondering if I put the wrong screws in. I haven't though. This is really weird. I really did these screws in that one. And the screws in here, I'm almost sure are bigger. But I think I'm just lying. Random. Okay. Well, these ones are going in nice. Soon find out. I really hope this doesn't crash because they've got small screws. Or they put the wrong screws in. I don't know. We'll see. But still, you know, we come across these random things when you're making the plane. And that had a spare screw as well. And the other spare screw is the same. So I think I just got used to the screw size now. Who knows? And these are screwing in really nice. Once again, I don't know how hard to do it, but I'm just doing it so it's flush on the other side until they're both kind of tight. If you want to, you can put some Loctite on these screws. I will pre-flight check the screw, well, after a flight check, and see if they are. And if they are, then I'll put some sort of thread locking stuff, gumph. Because I don't think, well, I mean, there is one. I've got different colours, you know. Once again, different videos, isn't it? But I've got different colours that do different strengths, so you can undo them again, but they're pretty solid. So yeah, I don't know. Right, so then that's really random, because now this is going to go on the inner side. Can you see? Oh, you know, yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I need a bigger screen. Should use the HDMI output or something. Yeah, okay, but that's going to go there then. And this one will go this side? No, this side. Yes, this side. Plop, he says. Would it be better the other side? And that one might be a bit better. Yeah, it's really weird where they've placed them here. We'll soon find out. So that one, before it plops in, is going to need a wind in. Wind your neck in, son. You know when you just get a feeling of a plane and you start to worry? I've got that feeling right now. So I'm just twining them in, so feeling the flaps to see if, sorry, the elevators, that's about straight to me. As I say, we can obviously tweak and I get the thing around the right way, so I can get me thing on, snap. This one once again needs winding out, which is really scary. It's once again, it's the flaps, you know. Okay, that's it's got even more. Wow. Okay. So it does worry me that I'm going level with these, which is level there, and this weird is a bit flappy abouty. That's such a word. You know, you see these planes, you think, wow, lovely, lovely, and then when you start to work on them, yeah. So as you can see there, I've got a straight edge all the way until I get to here. And you see that? You can see that there. Let's see. So it's a bit bendy. So once the air gets under that, unless you're doing an inverted, that's gonna, I don't know, that's gonna be fun to fly. That's what that's gonna be. All right. Okay. We've done our wings. We've done our ailerons. We might need to play around with them once they're built. I mean, we can plug them in actually. Let's I've still got this live, my little thing. Gear, love the gear. Flaps, a sticker flapping. Sort that flapping about. Right, so is that the right side? Yes. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Not liking the menu, is it? It's definitely flaps. It's weird. If I put it on neutral, it works. If I put it on auto, it doesn't work. Interesting. Okay, let's take that back out again. I don't know what's going on with that. Something didn't kind of like it, did it? Okay, well let's try channel 1, which is the ailerons. Okay. Neutral. Noisy muscles, isn't it? Okay, so it's neutral. Still a bit out, but it's hard to say because it might be the flaps, because obviously the flaps won't. Interesting. That's got ailerons there. but I've got a bit of voltage in the flaps. One of my box of tricks they put here is not right. Because they've got like a connection box here. Okay. Let's take out them and let's do the flaps again. Oh, I'm losing the wing. Okay, that's full flaps. And the flaps do go up for some reason, they shouldn't do. Things when they go up, they don't, yeah, it goes up too far. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's push that down. It doesn't like my little servo tester that goes to too extreme, I think. Yeah, okay, that's good. This is where we could actually use my meter that says 1500, but it's working. I think it went with the meter, it goes the other way too much, so that's where it stopped making a noise. Is probably 50%. No, it's not. That reckons it's 50% now. So that reckons it's at 50%. Okay. Which means I need to come down a bit. So you just use them again to get in a little gap, and it should pop them off by squeezing out. He says. Oh. What I meant to say to you. What I said earlier on, it is ag to get them back off again. I think I might have to trim those out. I really don't like where it's, I didn't realise when I was looking at it that there's not a flap there. A servo. Servo's not centre. And servo's not centre here either. It's really kind of weird for a plane that goes 100 miles an hour. I know I'm scaring everybody now who's probably just thought, oh yeah, I'm going to get one of these. Yeah, okay. Okay, well that's the wing done. As I say, the box there is going to have to sort of make that a bit nicer, put a bit of tape on, but we're not at that stage yet. So, haven't made room for the wing yet. Okay, well that's gone on longer than I wanted to about the wing, hasn't it? Do apologise. So we might continue on to another video maybe. Okay, not a problem. This is, it's good that you see these things, because then it might, do you want to buy it? Don't you want to buy it? This is what it's all about, really. To try before you buy, as to say. Bit upset about that, to be honest. Right, so right, okay. Yeah, once again on here it says channel 6, which is 5B, I presume. LED. Yet to see any LEDs on the plane. Okay, not a problemo, not a problemo at all. Right, so on your horizontal stabilizers or elevators, give these a good twist, because obviously you can see the paint crack in there. It's hasn't got any hinges, as I keep going on about it. It has got a spar, so that's good. A rod, spar rod, and this it's got a little clip in here, so there's a bit of foam on here. A little bit of foam there, so I see that. Can you see that? So okay, so I need to get my pliers just to pull that off, just to clean it up a bit, because obviously when it goes in you don't want it pushed out, so that just pinches off. Make sure the other side is clean. It is. And then we can, so the bottom, what is the bottom? The bottom would be with the screws. So you've got the screw hole here, and then obviously it's smooth there. So the screw holes face the bottom of the plane, and that goes in there, and it pushes in like so. The other side comes in as well, and the back clips in. It's got a little pushy rod at the back there that lines up, because once again you've only got a servo one side. So let's push that in, make sure that give it a good push without ripping it, and the back arse is centre, which it wasn't, but it is now. Let's push on the back very gently and push on the front, and that should be, if you can see that in there, that should all be get into focus. Yeah, okay. So if we turn this around and just have a look down, the screws should be aligned. So in here we've got black screws and now silver screws, but the black screws are for the elevators. So if I stick that in here, you should be going into the hole. So don't, you know, it's going into plastic, so if it's not going into the hole, you'll know about it. That is nice, that's going in. That feels good. Don't want to go Schwarzenegger style, get to the bottom where it's a bit tightening. Done. This one is once again, this is a pain in the bum. As you can see that screw there, you see that screw there? If I'm sitting in front of the light again, I've got to work this lighting business out. Yeah, the servo's in the way. So let's stick that there without dropping the plane, Chris. Because I was looking at the monitor. So let's stick that down in there. Now, you almost want a bendy screwdriver, but let's see if I can screw that in the hole on its side. It's going in. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I suppose you could take the servo off, unscrew the servo, but it looks like it's going in nice. To put your hand underneath so you're supporting your push, as to say. Get to a point where it tight and release. That looks pretty central to me. If you look at the side, the gaps sorry here, the gaps here and the gaps, kind of the feelings there is pretty good. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good. It looks good from there. Since I've got the camera down and I've got my thing. There you go. That looks pretty good. Yep, good. It's good. It's good. There you go. Whew, awesome. Plane noises effects. Oh yeah. She's got a heavy nose for that motor's. She's pretty heavy. Right. So here you've got the little ball already in there. Kind of worrying, really. Oh no, yes, of course. So we've got the so that must be the rudder then. That's for the rudder, and this is for the elevators. So let's stick it in the middle. This one's the ball joint's already been screwed in there. Didn't do this, did I? Didn't do this at 50%. Okay, that's the rudder. Channel 3 throttle. We don't want to turn that on just yet. Here's that 5B again. Look. And here is our elevator. Okay. Let's stick it in. There we go. And let's put this to 50%. Boom. Okay, let's leave it on there so we know that is at 50%. That is pretty, we need to look at that, and that is level. That's going to wind in, so that's probably a couple of turns. Okay, I'm lying to you, it's more than a couple of turns, and one more, two more. No, it needs one more. So say if you put it on the ball and then push it just tightly, it kind of moves the elevators anyway. See, like that. I don't know if you saw that or not, but if it's down and you put it on the ball, it moves it up. That is pretty level, he says. So once again with my, there is a name for this tool. I'll call it popper. And there you go. So if we look at that, if we can just zoom into that, if I can just get that, that looks pretty level. And if we give it a bit of auto, not huge throws, but that's enough. I mean, you could put it on the end one. I just wanted to make sure that is what it's saying, that we need to put it on the central. Yep, it says all central position. Yes, that's what it is. So that's good. Manual. I mean, that's enough, isn't it? That's going to go places, isn't it? And neutral and relax. I'm dying to put this 5B on. I have no idea what it is. 5B. Of course, you know what it is, don't you? 5B. We've got the rudder here. That's also part of the gear. So let's get this front gear out, shall we? This is going to be sexy. In fact, let's just move this around here so you can see it better. Because this is also, we've got the rudder. The wheel turns. So 5B is, oh, God, I don't know. 5B is that must be, that's the, yeah, no, that's elevator. 5B has got to be, let's put that on manual and turn it right down. I reckon that is the wheels. It's interesting, isn't it? So that will be the rudder. That's the throttle. So the 5B on here is correct. It's part of the gearing, but I'm not sure why it doesn't want to come out to play. Okay, it was having a bit of a moment. Doesn't want to close. That's really weird. I might have a sick servo. He says, unless it doesn't like the servo tester. Yeah, that's really weird, because if I unplug it and plug it back in again, what if it's 50%? Let's turn the servo up, unplug, plug in. That's not happy dappy, is it? It's definitely not happy. Maybe it's not my servo tester. I think there might be, like, this is a position that it's in, maybe. I don't know. I think what we'll do, we'll put the radio on. So this will be the rudder. See the wheel turning there? Lovely. Awesome. Oh, I've got to change my battery. Wait there a second. And back. Okay, we was playing with our rudder. Well, we wasn't, we was playing with our wheel, but at the back you can see the rudder on it. So they're joined basically to help your steering, which is pretty cool. And when it's down, it's quite cleverly made. When it's down, it goes along a shaft. Let me see if I can put it down. It's really clever actually the way they do it. I'm sure it's the same every other plane that has a front wheel steering. Let's see if I can bring it down. Okay, that's gone down. Let's just move it down. I don't know whether maybe it's, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, on here, if you can see, when I do the steering, that just slides up and down. Because obviously your rudder's going while it's flying. How great design is that? I bet you they've done it and thought, oh crap, if we're doing a rudder mid-flight, it's turning the wheel inside the housing. I know what we'll do. We'll stick it on a pole. I like it. What I don't like is that being a bit of a bugger, but that might be something to do with the way the servos work. We'll stick it to a radio. The wings wheels worked fine, so it could be the servo. The servo could be a bit moolered. I don't know. All right, let's crack on. So anyway, let's get that's at neutral for my rudder. So let's just get my rudder into shot. I think this is going to go over, and we are going to have to do another vid after this. But sorry. Let's stick this in that one. So that's really weird as well that the ball is facing to the top. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's just let's get this in first. You know, we like this sort of thing. That goes into there, nice and chunky. And then you've got the flat piece of wood. They have given you, which I really kind of call, extra screws. Which is really kind of nice of them. They don't give me my screwdriver, but they give me extra screws. Now these have got diddy screws in as well. Really, really weird. Okay, well let's... Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I was right, these are diddy, these are half size. But if they screw in, they screw in. Whether someone's messed up, because it looks like totally different screws on the control. Yeah, that I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see if I can get that out. I'm going to use the two. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just use the screws they gave you, Chris. They know best. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't think you can. Sorry. Basically, I'm just screwing the little panel as I did on the. That's screwing in, so that's fine. On the other side, it's got a little indentation. It's kind of nice. Why, I don't know. Maybe because the screws are small. I don't know. But I'm screwing them in. I can't believe that battery's just gone. Mind you, I did use it yesterday. Right, that's catching. That's nice. And I did use the. Did I use the diddy ones? I think so, because I still got that. That's sinking in. So that is tight. So yeah, I think it's just, you know, you see that and you think, ugh, really? Okay, and then we've got our little arm linkage, and presumably it's going to be snapped in. I'm just going to put that as we've done the other ones. So you push that in the middle slot, is that? No, that's not the middle slot, that's the middle slot. Into the middle slot, which is kind of tight, and pull back and it snaps in. Okay, this one's got to be wound in quite a way. Oh god, that's fully tightened. That's fully tightened. Am I centre? It would help if I was plugged in, wouldn't it? Let me just plug in to the rudder. Get this bad boy centred. Just make sure that yeah, right, so that's centred. Okay, so that's centred, and we're still way off on there. Wow, okay, and I think that I was at the end of the tightness. As far I can go. I mean, I can see a bit of white there where it's going to pop through the plastic. Jeez. Okay. Okay. So, in this type of scenario, what I think I might do, rather than just going through there, is I'm going to undo the servo screw, and while it's not fully off, this white thing should pull off. It says if I get a little screwdriver underneath there. So I really don't like it that tight. Okay, so I'm going to pop off the arm. You can hear that rain, huh? Pop off the arm, okay, and then I'm going to just move it back one slot and push it back on. Okay. Now, is it going to... Now, really, it should be centre. Because I swear the throw is going to be different. Isn't it? I can't do that, can I? Okay. That's a weird one, huh? I'm sure if I put it that way, the throw's going to be more that way than it is the other way. Of course it is. Silly idiot. You can't do that. Let's just make sure that is centre, though. That is definitely, yeah, centre. So that's 1500, is it 1500? Centre? I think so. I might have to trim that out, put it in the settings of the radio, I think, because I can't see, unless of course they put the servo the wrong way around, because that is going to pop on. That is as far as you can go. As literally you can see where the screw wants to come through the plastic. It's just making a little white plastic mark. Let's put my little popper on. And now that is at 50%, and as you can see, can you see that? You should be able to see that in the camera. There you go. That's not 50%, is it? But the servo is at 50% of its travel. So if I go to manual, it's back, it's forward. Now I could get a protractor on that and see if basically it goes the same distance each way. So you put a protractor on the front of that, one of them, you know, like you used to have at school and stuff, and it shows you the degrees it's going, just to make sure, because, you know, I mean, if it's level, that's level, but when I put it on there, it moves. So, okay, that's something we're going to need to look at. Haven't got a protractor. But I need one so I can measure if it's going, because it might be that the arm does need to, the servo arm does need to go one way, you know, towards the back of it. Yeah, 100 mile an hour playing with a dodgy servos, not good. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to hold it there, because we've basically, I think by looking at the clock, I've gone way over. So let's just hold it there a second. Alrighty then, well, as I said in the beginning of the video, I said that I hope this was going to be just, we'd be able to do it in this, but I didn't expect to come across the few issues that we come across. It's a bit weird how they've structured things. As I said, the servos on the wing, it's a bit weird, and the rudder does worry me a bit. Servo on the wheel, the front retracts, worrying me, but I think we wait until we get the radio on. Just in case it's some sort of weird thing, a timing thing where it's got that little gizmo box. I don't know, I really don't know, but it might be a timing thing. But we'll wait. We'll put the radio on. The next time we make a video, we'll get the wing on, because basically we've got everything on. We've got all the poppy bits on, and on the servo arms and everything else. We've got the horizontal stabilizers, elevators on. That's ready to rock and roll. The rudder's on. It's a bit out of place, but we'll wait again until we get a protractor to see if I can see if it's swinging the same either way. I could put my new servo tester on it, because that would tell me basically from the degrees. 1500 I believe is centre, which way, make sure that it's going at the equal distance in numbers. But we can do that next time. We have gone over. I'm not sure. I should look at the clock when I start. Maybe I'll just cut some bits out of me waffling on. I don't know. But anyway, let's get over that. Until the next video, which will hopefully be very soon. You know, maybe I should wait until I've done the next video and upload them all. I don't know. But until then, keep flying, be safe, and have fun. See you later now. Bye bye.